We're actually still moving through the community. It's starting to exit now, but I want to show you just some of the destruction to these houses as well, because as I showed you, all of the destruction that these terrorists committed on foot as they bombarded and massacred this community. There were also air raids and rockets happening overhead, completely taking out buildings like this one. So it was really a mixture of everything happening on the ground and in the sky as well, completely devastating this community. Truly horrific images that we're seeing. Now, as we're leaving the community, you can see all of these soldiers here. As I said, so many of them called from their homes, jumping into action at a moment's notice. Many of these reservists leaving all of their families behind to be here to protect Israel's southern border, less than a quarter of a mile away. We continue to hear loud artillery and shelling in the distance at the Gaza border as we're walking out. So really, all of these soldiers are doing their best to protect us, the journalists who are also out here, because they want us to see exactly what's happening and what they've been witnessing with their own eyes for these past 3 days. Many of them coming here Saturday night, and they knew that no other soldiers had been here yet. And so they kind of knew an idea of what was happening, but no one could expect that it would be like this. The horrors that I'm hearing from these soldiers, as I mentioned earlier, about 40 babies at least were taken out on gurneys. Still, right now, they're going house to house, still evacuating dead bodies, killed Israeli citizens who were killed
I have to cut in.
inside their
It's
homes.
such a shocking, jarring statement there. And just for our viewers, we're in a new hour here on the broadcast who very likely weren't with us last hour, to understand that you've come in there to find this small community littered with the dead and slaughtered bodies of Israeli civilians primarily, and you're saying 40 babies, dead babies.
That is what one of the commanders told me. And you continue to see just cribs overturned, strollers left behind, all of these doors wide open. He said, we don't know the exact number of casualties because they're still collecting dead bodies, still going door to door because the active fighting here just stopped. He said it came in waves almost. Every 20 minutes, they thought maybe, okay, I think we finally cleared all the terrorists. And then 30 minutes later, another cell would emerge. So it was ongoing. And even when they thought that it had finally ended, more terrorists popped out of nowhere, and that continues to be the scene. Now, it is under control now, and that's why we are allowed to come through the area. However, throughout southern Israel right now, there are still actively searching for terrorists in some of these fields behind me. I mean, you can see still just artillery completely destroying some of these sidewalks in this community, and this is just minor compared to everything that's happening inside these homes, everything that these soldiers themselves are saying. They say it is unlike anything they've ever seen in their entire lives before. The number of bodies, the number of casualties, the number of their family members, their friends who all live in these communities, it's truly horrific images that they've seen firsthand. And as you can see, still, you can hear those explosions overhead, still active, ongoing fighting over, as we're so close to the Gaza border right now, David.